Rice Owls, where we are anticipating a full house of fans who give a hoot. Today, a battle in the Lone Star State, and when you play another team from Texas, it just feels a little bit bigger. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Sam Houston Bearcats, taking on a team from the AAC, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bearcats will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And that's the end of the line for the return man, but still business to attend to. A penalty marker is down. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Man, he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line.
And he just refused to go down. Did you see him break all those tackles? That was unbelievable. You saw the power and the speed, but also just the will and desire to make those guys miss. That's impressive.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They finally make the stop with the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the 1st. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Shakes off the defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking for room. It's Connors. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Scanning the field, it's Warner. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. 1st drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll start this drive with a pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep runs.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
And the Bearcats will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to bully their way for the first. The Owls will move the sticks.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. After run, now throw. Quick strike complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
The give on the inside. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Got him downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, I tell you what, these big-bodied tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. And he'll find the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Wants to throw. It's Warner. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Plows through the defense.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different and give this offense something to think about.
He'll work his way down to the 28.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Second and goal for this offense. To throw, it's Warner. Quickly complete. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Good, right down the boulevard. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. They'll try to blast their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Motion from the offense. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. First down for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got an open man. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Sam Houston. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The give to the tailback. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wide open downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Rice rushes to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man downfield. Afterburner's coming. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's looking to throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
This offense has a second down play. He'll just keep slinging it. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Rice rushes to the line. Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Looking for a man. It's Warner. Moving away from pressure. He's going to take off. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Rice hoping to cash one in from the red zone. Looking to throw on second down. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Release to the back. He's got it and still on his feet. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He's looking to throw. Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Rice.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Less than half minute to play here in the half. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterbacks. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
And the Bearcats are in the hurry-up. Touch pass on the run. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. And now on 3rd down after that last run. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They'll try the run. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Well, they picked up that 1st running the football. That's good news for an offensive line that really has been getting pushed around and bullied in this game so far. Let's see what happens moving forward.
And the Bearcats are rolling down the field. They've been running it, but now the pass. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem, and QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
They'll go with a give to the big tight end on 3rd and short. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Now the play fake. They're trying to get to him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the 2nd half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense set for a 1st down play. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Second and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
And the Bearcats will hustle to the line. Going to the run, it's Gentry. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Between the uprights, it's good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
Give to the running back. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's second and 12. Trying play action. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. To the air, it's Warner. Throwing right. A strike downfield. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. What a grab and go for the score. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money, he's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Breaks the tackle. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
We'll start the quarter offense, about to snap it on second down. Looking to throw on second down. Got him downfield. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Bearcats. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the moment. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
He is denied. No good on the two-point try, and the lead remains at 5. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Rice takes over. The Owls ready to get that offense cooking again. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Power football with the run. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He's loose. And he's still on his feet, but finally out of bounds after the big run for this offense.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They try to pop a run on the draw. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Warner. Coming after it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch called for and made. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
You know, the defense just hasn't seemed to quite have an answer. They've come close to interceptions like that one there, but they haven't registered any so far. They've given up a few touchdown passes. They're just not quite able to make the plays they need to against the pass in this game.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's running in the open. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
And the Bearcats want to crank the tempo. Quarterback on the keeper. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Boy, he chews up yards, doesn't he? That was really quick, really decisive. Design quarterback runs are very difficult to stop, and you can tell he's got some ability to make big plays. And thank goodness they got him on the ground and it wasn't a bigger play than it could have been.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, and I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
And the point after is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Rice takes over. The Owls ready to get that offense cooking again. Lofts one high and deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. The play action fake. Makes the catch. It's Campbell. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Dropping back, it's Warner. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
They'll run play action. Fires left. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Owls look to keep this drive humming. They'll throw it on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, looking to throw. He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line.
Time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking to throw it again. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Rice! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He makes the connection. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Now on first down from the 30. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He's back to throw on second down. They're bringing heat. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Sam Houston.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.